Hey y'all, welcome and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Kia Simone, and we are here to get into Love and Marriage DC, this reunion part 1 with child. This was a mess from beginning to end. Do you hear me? Let's get into it. There's a lot to get into. Before we do, I have 2 orders of business. First, I got to give my shout outs for all my super thanks. So I want to give a shout out to Debbie Thompson, Faye Coleman, Tanya Fuller, and Simone Francois. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. And order of business number 2. Please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. We are almost at 10,000. Thank you so much. That's it. Moving on. Let's go ahead and get into the review. The reunion kicks off like the reunions do, with Carlos checking on his talents. Well, he goes in and he checks on Monique and Chris first, and he ain't getting the room good before she just rolls her bus straight over Winter. As soon as he mentions Winter, she comes barreling out the gate, pedal to the metal, just running over the girl. Well, you know, I reached out to Winter because Winter never reaches out to me first, you know, unless it's about contracts for the show. Yeah, she doesn't reach out to me. And that's why I don't know why she was painting this picture that we were BFFs. I mean, because we're not. Just because I've known her for 15 or 16 years doesn't mean we're friends like that. Well, damn, you just going full Mariah Carey on her. I don't know her. Girl. In other words, Carlos, you can go ahead and get rid of her whenever you're ready, because I don't know her like that. She ain't no friend of mine. I just, you know, she was somebody I knew from round the way. Quick is talking about how he has realized that Ashley is the star of the show, and Ashley is just welcoming him to her party. Baby, I've been the star. I'm glad you know. Winter is backstage, absolutely excited and unbothered about the ass whooping awaiting her. She said no weapon formed against her shall be able to prosper. She ain't got no worries. She's excited to be there. So they all take the stage and they all look beautiful, but Ashley took the cake for me. Ashley's look, head to toe, was absolute perfection. The hair, the makeup, the dress, the shoes, everything. Carlos made sure to let Ashley know she looked absolutely beautiful. Now, Quick is basking in the moment and the glory of having an absolutely beautiful wife. Well, Erana and Jaime, on the other hand, are in competition. Carlos said, Jaime, would you say that tonight, do you or Erana look better? Jaime said, well, I'll give it to her tonight. I said, now imagine that. Being in a relationship with a man in competition with you to be the baddest in this relationship. Absolutely not. I can't. Jaime is too much for me. Monique says to Jaime, you don't have to give it to her. She took it. And I 100% agree. Now, that's where the agreement starts and stops, because Carlos asked Monique and Chris how they feel about being back on reality TV, and Monique immediately descends into her editing sermon. The filming portion is so fun and she enjoys it so much, but it gets tricky watching the episodes come together, you know, because you're thinking, dang, I wish they had shown more and there was more context there. But, you know, I can't get upset at them for drawing the conclusions they draw based on what they see, because, you know, that's all they see. They don't see everything. Girl, look here. You were the one that got on this TV and told us how the last show, that other show, misrepresented you, and how you wanted the opportunity to show who you really were, because they had you in a box and we were gonna see the real you. Well, now we see the real you and it looks a lot like the same you we already saw. So now that you are on a brand new show with the same old as editing again, girl, bye. I can't. I ain't got it. Not today. So here comes Chris to cover his wife. Well, you know, the show has been a blessing for me because I got to see all the flaws I have that my wife has been complaining about for the last 10 years. And, why she's frustrated. And it's led to me starting to correct some things. Man, in the name of marriage, amen. So Monique starts saying how she and Chris weren't really speaking prior to filming, and that filming forced them to talk because you can't be silent on film. So they started having tough conversations, and those conversations were necessary, but her delivery could have been better. So Carlos asked, well, how do you feel about people who say you came on the show simply to embarrass Chris and to set up a divorce? And Chris is sitting over there laughing like he don't buy it. Well, I don't buy that he don't buy it. And Monique is, who said that? Whoever came up with that? Ashley said, well, I heard that. I did hear some people saying that. And here we go with Monique at the Mount, where she starts with this sermon about being a Black woman. It's easy for people to be critical of a Black woman who can actually voice what she believes and what she needs from her man. They'll, tear her down like, oh, she shouldn't talk to him like that. The Black man is so protected in those spaces. The only way that a Black man or Black woman is going to acknowledge a Black woman is if she's crying when she's at her weakest. When we're being strong, now we're being combative, aggressive, disrespectful. It's not disrespectful. My delivery could have been better. Let me tell you something. I don't do kiddie pool deep, okay? When you saying a whole bunch of nothing as a tool of deflection, that's when you lose me. Because this don't have nothing to do with dismissing or not acknowledging the emotional state of a Black woman. I literally wrote the book on being a Black woman, the voice of a Black woman, voicing the needs and beliefs of a Black woman. So this is not about dismissing a Black woman. This is about you should be able to voice your needs and express yourself to your partner in a way that does not tear your partner down. That is the issue. I don't know what her thesis is, but this has nothing to do with being a patriot to patriarchy or being male identified in melanated communities or melanated issues. Ain't got nothing to do with none of that. You don't get to be rude and mean and hide behind head wraps and a holistic housewife persona. It don't work like that. The delivery could have been better because the delivery was disrespectful. And if the tables were turned and we were watching Chris treat Monique the way that Monique treats Chris, we'd be ready to stone Chris at town center. Ashley explains that she can relate to Monique and her need for more of an emotional connection from her husband because she's had that issue in her own marriage with Quick, and that she's been very expressive herself. And the thing is, that's not the issue. Express your needs. Express yourself in my salt and pepper voice. However, put some respect on it. That's all. So Carlos asks Quick how he's adjusting to Ashley being a star. And he tells a story about a recent encounter where he landed in Jamaica for a major fest that he's DJing. And these ladies are pointing at him and, he's just assuming, yeah, I'm DJ Quicksilver. You know they know me. Yeah, they had asked, is you DJ Quicksilver? He's like, yeah, that's me. He's like, I told you, that's Ashley's husband, girl. Ashley from Love and Marriage DC, that's Ashley's husband. Yeah. Ashley said she's always felt like she was a star, but now it's just her time to shine. Well, you better shine bright like a damn diamond, girl. Carlos asked Quick if it's difficult for him to come on TV and expose the issues in his marriage, being that he's been in the spotlight forever. He's been in the limelight forever. And he said absolutely, because he was taught to not be emotional, and that's been the biggest issue in their marriage. And so Carlos asked him, well, since Black boys are taught to just suck it up and not be emotional and suppress your emotions, how are you breaking that cycle with your son? Quick talks about how, first of all, Ashley has taught him what unconditional love looks like, because until he met his wife, he never had anybody hug him and tell him it's okay and that he could cry and release things that he's dealing with. And that recently his son tried out for basketball and didn't make the team. And when he started to cry about it, Quick initially told him, to man up, suck it up. And Ashley stopped him and told him, don't do that, because that's what your parents did to you, and that's why you are the way that you are. And Quick said in that moment, he realized she's right. Later on, he went to his son and he could tell that his son wanted to cry, but he didn't want to cry in front of him. So he said, he just went up to his son and hugged him, and that his son just kind of broke down crying. So basically, he used that moment to teach his son that it is okay to cry so that he's not emotionally stunted in the way that Quick is. So Carlos asked Ashley, do you feel like you gave up your life to help make Quick the success that he is? And Ashley starts to answer and says, definitely. And Quick is, yeah, I would say she did, yeah. Ashley looked at him like, interrupt my moment again if you want to. Ashley said, we got engaged when I was 21 years old. I was being a housewife and a mom while my friends were out partying, so I felt like I missed that whole part of my life. Quick could get up and go out of town to go to an event whenever he was ready, and nobody said anything. There were no questions asked. Whereas if I said I want to go take a class, well, who's going to keep the kids? And so Carlos asked her, well, is that what led to your depression? And what did depression look like for you? And she said, yes, that's what led to my depression. And for me, depression looked like me never being happy, feeling like there was always a hole that wasn't filled inside of me. I was overcompensating with everybody, my friends, my husband, my kids, and not doing anything for myself. So Carlos asked Ashley, if you had it all to do over again, would you marry Quick at the same age that you did? Ashley said, no, I wouldn't. Not so young, maybe later in life, because I feel like at 21 years old, I gave up on Ashley, and there was so many things that I wanted to do. And when I tell you, I felt that shit in my soul, girl. What I love is that Ashley has realized that even though she did spend the beginning of her adulthood dedicated to building this man and building this family, and that she did abandon herself, she went back and recovered herself. That is the moral of the story for Ashley, for me. That it's never too late to say, you know what about me? That I deserve to be happy too. And I feel like she's now going back and cultivating all those parts of Ashley that she had to leave behind in order to build the life that she has right now. Then we move on to the Ike and Tina segment. Jaime and Erana. These Where is Judge Maybelline Ephraim when you need her? I need her in one of her wigs and her gavel on a date when she don't feel like being bothered to talk to these fools. So Carlos starts off asking Jaime how he feels about the reactions that he's gotten from the show. Jaime says he's been called controlling and angry, and Carlos said, well, are you? Do you feel like you're controlling? Jaime says, well, I mean, I just am the way I am. I ain't saying how I am is right. It's just what it is. This is just how I was raised. Carlos said, Erana, are you in a controlling marriage? Erana says, well, it was controlling in the beginning because Jaime controlled everything. Our finances, my social life. I didn't have a social life outside of Jaime. It was just me and Jaime. But not so much anymore because I speak up for myself now. Jaime said, well, the reason I was in control of the finances is because she was irresponsible. She was in debt. I paid off all her credit cards, and I created the boss that you see today. Must be. I need to go see somebody about my hearing because I know this motherfucker didn't. Carlos said, Erana, do you feel like Jaime created you? Erana said, yeah, I would agree with that. Well, what in the Stockholm hell? Girl, what? I don't know what in the Curtis Dream Girls hell they got going on here. Listen, this ain't it. But yeah, he created me. Girl, what? Carlos must be real familiar with messy ass couples because Carlos ain't even dig into it. He's okay. All right, well, if you agree, I'm happy. Let's move on. Carlos said, okay, well, when y'all have disagreements, he seems to get very handsy. So a lot of people wonder, is he abusive towards you? Erana starts denying him being abusive. She tries to explain away him going to grab her face about it wasn't that hard and he was just saying like, pay attention. And he starts, well, she was riled up and so I knew I'm telling her she need to calm down. Bruh, look here. You can write a 4-page letter. I wouldn't give a damn. It ain't gonna make make sense grabbing me by my damn face to tell me to shut up. I don't know who in the Handmaid's Tale hell you think you playing with. So Erana says, well, he's never put his hands on me. Girl, we ain't buying it. So Carlos said, well, Ashley, let me ask you, can Quick grab you by the face to ask you to stop talking? Ashley said, no, don't put your hands on me. Yeah, Ashley is going to move furniture and that motherfucker try her. And Quick got better sense. Quick said, no, I would never. So Carlos asked Jaime, why do you get so upset when conversations come up about things that have happened in the past in y'all's relationship? Jaime starts saying how, well, when you've been together since you were teenagers, all kinds of happens. And I don't like rehashing all those deep, dark issues we've been through. Their darkest moment was when he discovered that Erana was having inappropriate conversations with 3 different men, one of whom he knew. And that he lost his mind and was ready to go to jail when he found out these men were trying to sleep with his wife. And he never wants to go there again. He doesn't want to rehash the damn conversation because it triggers him. And so that's why he don't like to bring it up. Well, Erana said, well, while we got it up, let me make this real clear, because you painting me out to be all kinds of scarlet letter wearing heifers. No, sir. What had happened was the reason I was talking to those men is because of what he was doing. Remember what I was telling Winter when we had that conversation? Yeah, and so Carlos said, well, what was he doing? Staying out and not coming home. I'm calling him. He won't answer the phone. He's coming in at 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning, just doing anything he wanted to do. And so I talked to some damn body. Let me tell you something. A man can run the streets like a dog that don't have a yard to go back to. But you blink at a man. Oh, damn. Now, you done run the streets all day and night like Kid Dynamite and don't come home till the sunlight. And you got nerve to want to go to jail because she had a couple conversations? Yeah, that sounds about right. Please go to hell. So then Carlos brings up the scene at the investment property where Erana is talking to Jaime about how upset she is about how he treated her at this party that she came to. And Jaime is telling her to save those tears. Carlos asked Jaime, does he feel like Erana portrays him as a bad husband? How, Sway? Why is the question even worded that way? How and why is Erana responsible for how Jaime comes off as a husband? How does Erana get disrespected, have her feelings dismissed, and then become the blame for it? What? Jaime said, yeah, I do feel like in a lot of her scenes, she's painting me out to be controlling and insensitive. Erana said, how? How am I painting you out to be controlling and insensitive. I'm just saying what happened. So Jaime tries to prove his point by using Erana telling the story of how he treated her at the club. So the fact that she brought it up at all is the problem, not that he treats her this way. Quick said, I told Jaime he was wrong. And, I would never talk to my wife like that, especially in front of people. And Jaime harps on the in front of people part about what I keep telling y'all. I didn't know people were upstairs. I didn't know people were around. It's not the people being around. It's the fact that you talk to your wife in a way that is that disturbing. You should have enough respect, care, and concern for your wife to not talk to her like she's your enemy in the street. It shouldn't matter who's out there or whether somebody saw you. Why do you have to know that you have an audience for you to talk to your wife like you got some damn sense? And Jaime, if you ask me, is unapologetic. He says, look, it is what it is. I can have disagreements with my wife. I can raise my voice if I want to. Basically, I can disrespect my wife if that's what I want to do. He said, I'm human. I said I'm sorry. And I told you the reason I raised my voice at you is because you didn't do what I was asking you to do. Who you talking to? Jaime's a trash ass dude, if you ask me. I'm sorry. I don't care how much you dress him up. Jaime is the absolute worst kind of dude. I don't have nothing nice to say about him. Moving on. Now enter Winter, who comes in dressed like she got dressed in Hale's special occasion department. I mean, she is red sequin from head to toe with her red church fan that says friend of the show. I said, what in the hell? Well, she came dressed for her job because she came to raise absolute hell. She ain't there for nothing but lies and bullshit. So Carlos says to Winter, when you started this show, you said you were a relationship coach. Well, now on Twitter, you say you a minister. Which one is it? She said, well, I used to be a relationship coach, but I'm not a relationship coach anymore. I don't want anyone coming to me looking for relationship advice. I am, though, a minister and a spiritual coach. Girl, let me tell you what. Girl, you and your red dress can go straight on back to hell, okay? Because if Kevin is the best you could do as a relationship coach, you won't lead me to hell as a spiritual coach. No, ma'am. So then Carlos brings up how Ashley done cursed Winter's out on Twitter and called her all kinds of hypocrites and fake ministers and everything else. And so he asked Ashley, do you believe she's a hypocrite? She said, absolutely. And at this point, Ashley pulls out her own damn cue cards. She says, the new host of the show. Girl. So she starts reading Winter's tweets to prove that Winter started coming for her on Twitter before she ever said anything about what was going on in the episodes. So since Winter was on Twitter calling Ashley a mean girl, Ashley said, how am I a mean girl for asking you how you got to be a relationship coach? Winter said, well, your delivery. Now, you're right. I did say it. I did claim to be a relationship coach, but it was your delivery and asking me. Ashley said, I don't give a damn about delivery, okay? I can deliver it Domino's or Pizza Hut. Either way, it's still pizza. I don't give a damn about delivery. How am I a mean girl for stating facts? Now, the thing is, there is some truth to what Winter is saying because it ain't always what you say, it's how you say it. However, the issue here is really that Winter is pissed off about being called on her shit. Winter is full of shit. Winter is about as much of a scammer as Kevin at this point. So then Carlos gets around to asking Winter about calling Erana and Ashley gutter Barbies. Now, they show the clip of Winter defining gutter Barbies as pretty women who aim low. Well, Winter, come here. By your definition of gutter Barbies, pretty women who aim low, if we look around your life, you're a very pretty woman, and Kevin came straight from the sewer. So, where were you aiming? By your own definition, you might be a gutter Barbie. Stop going around calling people that. when you're calling somebody else something that fits your description, it might be projection. I just thought you should know. Okay, thanks. Bye. So Ashley brings up Winter's double standard about telling people not to talk about her ex-husband and his indiscretions because that's the father of her children, while she talks about their husbands and made up indiscretions. Ashley said, now, you talking about don't talk about the father of your kids. Absolutely. She said, well, what the f is quick? Ashley said, we had a conversation about having heard rumors about everybody who was at the table. You never said to me, oh, we've all heard about Quick, but you sat up with Monique and said to her that you said to me, we all heard about Quick, and that was a damn lie. Monique jumped at the opportunity to get rid of Winter like double dutch. She said, we went to lunch, which we've never done before. I've never been to lunch with this lady, so I don't really know her. So because she doesn't really know this lady like that, she took the story she was telling her literally and believed that she was saying these were things that were actually said back and forth between the ladies. But she feels like Winter misrepresented the events and conversation that happened at the lunch. So Carlos asked Monique, well, do you think Winter was trying to play the victim? Monique said, no, I think really she was trying to get me riled up. No, I think really what Winter thought was that she was talking with her girlfriend. And so she kind of hyped some things up and was, yeah, she ain't saying that. Yeah, girl, everybody know about her. She was talking with her girlfriend is what I don't think she thought she was going to hype Monique into going to fight nobody. Now, Winter is super messy, but I think Monique is just as messy for running that bullshit back and forth. Like, girl, either you don't know this lady and you gonna tell this lady, girl, I don't know you like that. I don't know why you think it's okay to sit up and talk about these ladies and their husbands like that, but it's not cool, it's not cute, it's not funny. You ain't saying none of that. You girl, Kiki, ooh, girl, fun size, ooh. It was all shits and giggles when she was talking this shit. Now, when everybody mad, oh, I don't know her, I don't want nothing to do with her, I ain't say none of that, girl, bye. So Carlos asked Erana, you know, what prompted you to accuse Quick and Jaime? Do you know things that their wives don't know? This girl said, yeah, I do. But I don't reveal things like that, even when asked. That's just a new level of low. Winter is a minister of messiness, okay? She done pissed everybody off. Ashley holding Quick like he ain't got on no damn seatbelt. Ashley done cursed her out and called her all kinds of low ass bitches. And Winter, oh my God, why are you calling me out of my name? Oh my goodness. Winter is a typical instigator. You poke people and then when they curse you out, well, why would you talk to me like that? Why would you call me out of my name? Oh my God, that's so rude. It's so low class. Ashley had to tell her, look, don't start that bullshit with me because you called my husband DJ Fun Size. You called my husband a cheater. Just because they're not curse words doesn't mean you didn't call him out of his name. So I'm calling you a low-ass bitch. Yes, I am. Just like you called my husband DJ Fun Size and a cheater. Now, because it looked like Ashley might put her ass in her good wig, Winter is trying to backpedal. And I never said your husband was a cheater. I said I heard rumors about him cheating. Ashley, you know what? Quick is losing it. And Ashley just goes off. She said, you tell your toothless ass boyfriend to keep my name out of his motherfucking mouth. Quick explodes. Quick put a Rick James level bitch on the end of it. I said, well, damn. Now that Quick and Ashley have unleashed the spirit of Bonnie and Clyde in their marriage, Ashley is pulling back all the minister's sheets. And baby, this ain't the sheet ministry she used to, okay? Ashley said you out here serving that abstinence bullshit online, but you was sleeping with that man for months, minister. And so part one of the reunion comes to an end with Quick being restrained in his seat, screaming that Winter's boyfriend is a ch, and she can call him and tell him he said it. And it looks like the conversation continues next week with Winter discussing all the details she may or may not have of issues and infidelities of everybody's marriage but her own. Child, I can't, okay? These people have been quite messy, but that's it. That's all, and I ain't got no more. But as always, thank you so much for coming down here, listening to me, and letting me get it off my chest. Please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you're not already. We are like running right up on 10,000, y'all. Oh my God, I can't even believe it. In the meantime, until next time, I love you, mean it. Bye.